Hey guys, what's up? I hope you all are doing well. Welcome to my channel, EmpathOasis. For today's video, we are going to be doing it on what hidden messages are trying to come out in your dreams. This is a timeless video like all of my other videos, but we are currently experiencing a moon in Pisces. Also, we're about to have a full moon in Pisces, and our dreams tend to get pretty crazy, pretty vivid around this time. Pisces is a very spiritual sign. It's very much connected to the spiritual realm. It's also a very healing energy. So if you guys have been having some crazy dreams or just very vivid, intense dreams, and you're wondering what is trying to come through, hopefully you will find some answers in this video. So I only have two options for you guys for this reading, so there may not be messages here for everyone. For group 1, I have 7 of Voices, and group 2, I have Queen of Voices. If you guys need to pause the video to examine these images a bit more closely, you can do so. If there are things popping out in these cards that are very similar to the dreams you are having, I would definitely go with that option. But when you are ready, take a deep breath and pick one of these 2 cards. If you need more time, like I said, you can always pause the video. Timestamps will be available for you guys in the caption. Hey group 1, welcome to your reading for what hidden messages are trying to come through in your dreams. If you pick this card, there may be some elements in this card that are present in your dreams. As we can see here on this card, we do have foxes peeking out behind this woman. So you guys may have had foxes in your dreams. This could be a spirit animal or how your spirit guides connect to you while you are sleeping. There's also a lot of emphasis here on this woman's reflection, and we can't help but notice this bridge that leads to almost like another dimension. I'm seeing a total of 5 foxes here, which is pretty interesting. Maybe that holds some type of meaning for some of you. But let's get into your spread and see what is trying to come through for you guys. So first, let's take a look at the signs that are coming through for this group to give you guys some confirmation that these messages are meant for you. This can be either your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. For group 1, I pulled Leo, Sagittarius, Venus, which is Taurus or Libra, Pisces, Virgo, and Aquarius. So next, I want to take a look at this group's spread as a whole. I'm going to first point out some key elements that could have appeared in your dreams to give you guys some additional confirmation that these messages that are coming through are meant for you. Before we jump into the actual messages, because I am reading for a large group of people, it is impossible for me to detail all of your dreams. So hopefully there are some clues here to help you guys identify that this is your spread. Some of you could have had some dreams where dawn or the sunset was a huge part of your dream. Some form of symbolism around a new beginning or a fresh start is very prevalent with this group. I'm also seeing here that some of you could have had dreams or an element to your dream involves you taking some form of a journey. This could be a physical journey, you going on some kind of quest. With the presence of this card, medicine man or woman, this can also be like a spiritual journey. Some of you could have had dreams where maybe you were in a Native American culture or setting where you did some type of a spiritual inner journey. Some of you could have had dreams that placed you in ancient Egypt or Greco-Roman times. If there were other people involved in your dreams, maybe you associate these people with some of this energy. Maybe you associate some of these people with Egypt or Greece, or maybe you're dreaming about someone who has a deep-rooted connection to Native American culture. I'm also picking up on this energy of this group's dreams having a very artistic touch or feel to them. Your dreams could be very colorful or kind of feel, in a sense, like fantasy, especially with the appearance of this voyage card where you have this whale like swimming through the air. There could be some elements in your dream that gave you guys feelings of surrender or of comfort or of release. Water is definitely significant with this group. We get this imagery twice. I'm also picking up this energy where some of you could have had dreams where you felt almost imprisoned or restricted, or like you were enslaved in some shape or form. It doesn't have to literally be slavery, but there could be something that made you feel like you were trapped in an undesirable situation that you are trying to break free of. I feel like there are quite a few of you here where a sense of feeling powerless was a key element to your dream. I'm also picking up on heavy energy here with this group where your dreams could have had some elements where protection was a big theme with you guys. Maybe you were trying to protect somebody, or someone was trying to protect you, or maybe you felt like there was a lack of protection, or you were trying to protect yourself. There's a lot of elements here with the nature. There's a lot of elements here with the sun and the moon. These are the most dominant energies coming through. Hopefully some of this aligns with how you were either feeling or the visuals that you were getting in your dreams. I want to now take a look though at the actual messages that were trying to come through for you guys. So for the actual message that is coming through for this group, I pulled the High Priestess reverse, the Magician reverse, and the Emperor. So let's first talk about the High Priestess reverse. When this card appears in your reading, this signifies that there are some things that your intuition is trying to get you to acknowledge in your waking life, but there seems to be some form of you guys either ignoring it or repressing it or having a lot of resistance around fully embracing or accepting something. When this card appears in reverse, this is your higher self or spirit's way of bringing this to your attention. This group's dreams had some elements here for some of you where you felt very restricted. And the High Priestess reverse appears in your reading when, on some level, you may be more focused on the opinions of others or even winning the approval of others, that you're neglecting your own inner wisdom. This card is also a reflection of how some of you may actually be neglecting your own needs in order to take care of others in your life. The High Priestess reverse is a signal or a sign that it's time to stop neglecting yourself, stop neglecting your own inner voice. It's time for you to trust yourself and trust your own wisdom and your own knowledge. So these feelings of restriction or feeling trapped is connected to not letting that inner voice be free, not letting it do what it's supposed to do when it comes to guiding you. There's also an element here where maybe you guys are feeling imprisoned by a particular relationship in your life, and this is coming through in your dreams. This relationship may invoke feelings of being at the mercy of another's emotions, feeling trapped in a situation with someone who you don't completely trust their motives. I feel like in your waking life, you may be ignoring some red flags around a certain relationship in your life. And in your dream, your higher self is trying to get you guys to acknowledge this. There's also an element here of some of you feeling trapped or enslaved to certain emotions that you are having a hard time releasing. And this can be coming through as well. You could be repressing these emotions in your waking life, and your dreams are creating scenarios to trigger these emotions you're repressing so that you can release them or acknowledge them. Some of you may find yourself waking up crying or waking up really angry, and this is your higher self's way of getting these trapped emotions out of your body. Or these dreams are trying to bring these emotions to the surface so that you can confront them. The High Priestess reverse also represents an energy of losing patience around a situation. I'm also picking up on this message where some of you may struggle with the idea of having a lot of attention on you. It may be really out of your comfort zone to kind of step out into the spotlight, to put yourself center stage. And I feel like some of you are being called to do that, and you may be ignoring that in your waking life. In order for you to embark on a journey that is fulfilling and rewarding for you, is going to require you to take some form of a risk. And that fear of taking that risk is causing quite a few of you here to feel trapped, to feel imprisoned by that fear. So it's getting expressed in your dreams in scenarios that make you feel trapped or imprisoned or powerless. With the Magician appearing here in reverse, there's a repeat message here of issues around self-doubt that is causing you to almost freeze and not be able to seize the moment. And I feel like that frustration of feeling frozen by your fear, by feeling trapped by a certain fear, is really starting to manifest in your dreams in scenarios that are calling you to surrender. I feel like there are quite a few of you here who really desire a new beginning, who desire to maybe leave something behind. The Magician reverse represents you guys giving your power away to something, whether it be this fear or you giving your power away by not speaking up for yourself, not vocalizing or expressing to those around you what your needs are, or expressing to the universe and supporting it with action the changes that you want to see manifest in your life. I'm also picking up on a message that for some of you, there may be someone in your waking life that is not exactly trustworthy. Your higher self is able to recognize this, or your spirit guides are able to recognize this. But maybe there's something about the relationship that gives you a sense of comfort that's familiar. Your higher self or your spirit guides are trying to get you to acknowledge some deceitful behavior or some questionable behavior about someone in your life that you may be ignoring. The Magician reverse almost acts as a warning to be mindful or to be careful when dealing with people who are deceptive or who are greedy. The Magician reverse could also represent how you are deceiving yourself, thinking that you are not as powerful as you actually are, or that you have less power in a situation than you actually do. I'm also picking up on this energy, if that doesn't resonate with you, that some of you are being called to be more open and honest with someone in your life. In your waking life, this could be something that you are repressing, something that you are not comfortable with expressing. And this is that push that your higher self or your spirit guides are trying to give you to step out of your comfort zone so that you guys can introduce new energy into this relationship that's more healthy. If you are someone who may be struggling with some challenges in your dating life, if you are single, there is this energy here as well, where maybe you could be feeling somewhat hopeless or even a bit cynical about love at the moment. There may have been a lot of disappointments you have been experiencing, a lot of frustrations you have been experiencing in your love life. And these frustrations may actually be coming out in your dreams. There is a need to surrender. Again, I'm picking up on that message of surrender. And also to not lose faith. With the presence of the Emperor appearing right next to the Magician reverse, it's a reminder that you have the ability to attract the love that you desire. But again, there is this need to kind of step out of your comfort zone, to be more open to dating people who may not be your normal type. I am picking up on this message that some of you may actually have someone in mind that you really feel drawn to, that you really feel attracted to. But with the presence of this Emperor here, there is this energy that you guys may be someone who operates more with logic than their emotions, or your comfort is more, moving in a space of logic than being vulnerable. The Emperor card represents there is this fear of not having control. When the Emperor card appears in your spread, it's spirits or your higher self's way of letting you know that it's time to kind of surrender to your feelings, It's time for you to let this person know how you're actually feeling. You're not going to be able to free yourself from these undesirable situations until you are open and honest with this person. I feel like on some level, a lot of you are very aware of this, but because it's so uncomfortable for you to put yourself in that position, again, it feels as if you are trapping yourself or you are making yourself a prisoner to your fears. For some of you, this is connected to a father wound. You may even be having dreams where your father's energy is very strong and very present. The lack of openness that you may feel in your waking life with your father that frustration could be coming through in your dreams. There is this message here that's coming through where you can't expect people to know how you feel if you are not speaking up and telling them. You can't expect people to read your mind. For some of you, that could even be an element in your dreams where there's some form of telepathy, or maybe you are expressing and getting out the feelings that you actually feel for this person in your dreams that you're not able to say in your waking life. And Spirit wants you to follow that guidance. I know the thought of rejection or failure for some of you can feel very terrifying, but this is like a part of life. This is a part of life that we all have to, at one point or another, be confronted with. If you do go through a failure, or this person does not hold the same feelings for you, or if you are vulnerable with this person and you don't get the results that you want, this doesn't mean that this is a reflection of, your lack of worth. You still win because you are opening yourself up to new opportunities and gaining that emotional strength by putting yourself out there and knowing that if it doesn't work out, Spirit is going to redirect you to something that will. But you first have to be willing to embrace how you are feeling. This is about learning how to move forward in a new direction with confidence so that whatever is happening externally around us does not shake our identity at its core. Some of you, this may not even be about love. It could be about going after a dream of yours, a desire of yours, or a goal of yours. The messages coming through here from your higher self and your spirit guides is that with the presence of this Emperor card is through concentration, through structure, it is more than possible for you to make your dreams a reality. Okay, group one, so I hope that this made sense. I know this is a little bit of a different type of reading than what I normally do, but if it did resonate with you, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Leave a comment if you feel inspired to. This helps me pull in more of your energy so I can access that and future readings. I really hope that this video was helpful and it brought you some clarity. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm now going to move on to group 2. Bye. Hey group 2, welcome to your reading for what messages are trying to come through for you in your dreams, or what hidden messages are there in your dreams. So I want to first take a look at this card that you guys chose, the one you were drawn to. There could be elements in your dream that relate to this image. You guys could be having dreams that have a lot of birds in them. It doesn't have to be specifically crows, but the energy here is heavy around wings, okay? I will say though that crows do hold very heavy symbolism when it comes to spiritual messages. I do not know all of the symbolism for crows. You might want to look that up yourself. I do feel like they are closely related to death or transformation, or just with heavy emotions in general. So these can all be elements to your dream. I am getting this message that some of you may have even had deceased loved ones coming through in your dreams recently, or you could have been dreaming about them. Our dreams are definitely connected to the spiritual realm, and it is definitely possible to have someone visit us in our dreams that has passed away. So I do feel like there is an element to this spread that does include this for some of you. That won't be for all of you though, but there just is this heavy energy around wings and flying. I'm also hearing shadow work, okay? So I do feel like there's gonna be some heavy shadow work messages coming through with this group that your higher self or your spirit guides are trying to get you guys to acknowledge to help facilitate healing. But let's jump into what these messages are about, or what these hidden messages are that are trying to come through. First, I wanna take a look at the signs of this group, the dominant energy. For either your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or Mars. These signs can also be the signs of the people who may have passed away that are trying to communicate with you in your dreams, so just take it how it resonates. But for this group, I pulled Leo, Aries, Capricorn, Taurus, Mercury, which is Gemini or Virgo, and also Scorpio. Next, I want to take a look at some identifying themes that are popping out in this group's dream to help you clarify that these messages are meant for you. And then we'll jump into the specific messages that your higher self or your spirit guides or even a deceased loved one has for you. So I want to first take a look at the top row. And these words really stand out to me. They say embracing truth, trust, and potential. I feel like this is very significant, okay? I feel like this is at the root to these messages here for this group. We'll get more into that in a second, but in this group's dreams, some elements that may have included something with a tree. We have two images here with these like single standing trees. Trees are often a symbol of wisdom. I'm also picking up on a lot of energy that involves like the evening or nighttime. This is giving me the impression again that there's a lot of shadow work coming through in this group's dreams. There may be elements of water or mountains. With this embracing card, again, we get another image here that involves a bird. For some of you, this can be your actual spirit guide, how it appears to you. There is a lot of significance here also around the night sky and stars and the moon. There's significance here around phobias and your fears. So the emotional tone of your dreams may involve a lot of fear. Maybe there are a significant amount of you here that have been having some nightmares. I'm also picking up on elements that involve transportation, you traveling. The bottom row of cards, there's a lot of energy around anger. You could be waking up from dreams feeling very angry, very sad. I have sadness here as well. With the presence of the death card, again, we are getting this confirmation that either you were dealing with someone who has passed away that is trying to communicate with you through your dreams, or memories of this person may be leaving you in a space of sadness or anger, and this is impacting the overall tone of your dreams. Death can also represent transformation. Specifically, again, it's that transformation that happens when we are confronting or we are doing our shadow work. Some of you could be having dreams that involve children in some way, shape, or form. Literally elements around a baby, your health, phobias around your health. There could be this energy of anger around feeling abandoned. We have this orphan card. Maybe some of you were adopted, or you have a lot of anger or sadness around feeling discarded or unwanted, or pain around maybe being disconnected from your family, not knowing your family or knowing a particular family member. There's an element here for some of you that involves a spouse. It could be a literal married couple, your mother or father. It could be someone that you were married to or you were going to marry. This could be the person who is trying to come through and communicate with you. There's also a heavy element here around religion that could be coming through with your dreams, or you just feeling a very heavy spiritual presence in your dreams. Not all of your dreams hold this energy of being heavy or sad. There are a significant amount of you who are getting creative inspiration coming through in your dreams, or you're being asked to confront shadow work around your confidence, having confidence on your path, having confidence in your art, your ideas, having confidence in your potential. So hopefully something here resonates with you or helps you identify that these messages are for you. Let's take a look at these specific messages though, and then after this I am going to be looking at messages that are coming through from these deceased loved ones or people who passed away that you may have some unresolved issues with, if you do identify with that. But as far as the messages coming through from this group I pulled, the Hierophant reverse, King of Cups reverse, 10 of Wands, and 9 of Cups. So the first message that is coming out for me with this group that I'm seeing is there are a significant amount of you here who have been given the task of breaking generational curses in your family. A lot of you, a huge part of your purpose is to break through some kind of rules or lifestyles or conventional ways of thinking or being that are either within your family, and for some of you, it's within your community as well. And this is no easy feat. This is a lot of pressure and a lot of burdens that have been placed on your back, on your shoulders. There's a lot of people here where you guys are trailblazers. You possess a lot of transformative energy. You are here to break the norm. You are here to open up other people's minds to alternative ways of thinking, alternative lifestyles. And this road that you're on does invoke a lot of sadness, a lot of anger, a lot of grief. And I feel like this is coming through in your dreams. Some of you are opening people's minds up to how restrictive certain gender roles are or how limiting that thinking is. But you're here to challenge these social norms. You are here to challenge traditional structures and rigid rules, whether that be within your family or within your community or society at large. I'm also picking up on this message that some of you, a part of the reasons why your dreams have been carrying such heavy energy is there may be some shadow work that you are not addressing in your waking life, that your higher self, your spirit guides, and even your deceased loved ones are wanting you to address. There are some possible behaviors that you are being called to reflect on that may be connected to your childhood and is very detrimental to your own spiritual and emotional well-being. Those cards I pulled earlier with the orphan and the baby, actually I'm hearing now can be connected to memories of your childhood coming through in your dreams, or trauma from your childhood coming through in your dreams, and the anger you may have towards certain people in your family for what they've put you through. But there's this overall energy here of this group needing to take responsibility, not for what happened to you, but for your own emotional well-being or your emotions that you may be suppressing or not addressing. There's an issue here with a lack of emotional balance in your waking life that may be contributing to feelings of being very overwhelmed or anxious or even struggling with depression. And I feel like these emotions are trying to get worked out in your dream. Your higher self is trying to work through these emotions in your dream because you may be avoiding them in your waking life. And this is your higher self or your spirit guide's way of getting you to kind of work through these difficult emotions so that they do not manifest as bitterness or even as issues with your physical health. I am seeing though as well that there is some shadow work that some of you are being called to address around certain behaviors or certain instances or times where you may be acting from a space where you're not completely acknowledging how you may be impacting others around you. And when I say this, I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm not here to make anyone feel bad or shame, because as human beings, we go through a whole range of emotions, and it is totally normal to have bad days, and it's normal to struggle with trauma that we've had and to project it at other people unconsciously. But there is some level of accountability that some of you here are being called to address when it comes to your anger or being manipulative or controlling behaviors you may have learned during the trauma you experienced in your childhood while you were in survival mode. Your dreams may be taking you back to bad memories of your childhood because your higher self is trying to show you or connect the dots to why you may be acting out in this way. Your higher self or your spirit guides may be trying to point out how this has influenced your current behavior, or maybe even to remind you what it felt like to be on the receiving end of that kind of treatment. If that doesn't resonate, some of you may be working through some issues in your dreams that involves anger towards those who you feel may have manipulated you, taken advantage of you, could have been abusive to you, weaponized, your vulnerability against you. Your dreams may be very triggering or upsetting because this is how your body is trying to release this energy. This isn't meant to re-traumatize you or make you feel burdened. Whatever I'm saying that's coming through with these cards, this is all meant to help you guys reach this Nine of Cups energy. And this Nine of Cups energy is about reaching a level where you are able to put your hardships, your pain, your sorrow behind you so that you can experience and enjoy your life from a space of happiness and fulfillment, as well as releasing whatever blocks you may have emotionally and energetically that are preventing you from calling in the things that you truly desire. I'm also seeing some of you here may be feeling a lot of burdens or stress around your calling or what you feel very passionate about when it comes to pursuing. I feel like, your dreams are trying to get you to work through these fears so that you can release whatever blocks you have in your waking life that are preventing you from being successful or from accomplishing the things that you want to accomplish. Some of you may even be dreaming about your own death, Some of you may be dreaming about living a life that goes unnoticed as a way to almost motivate you in your waking life to take advantage of the time that you have now on this earth while you still have it. The Nine of Cups, the message that comes with this card is that you are more than capable of accomplishing what it is that you are setting out to accomplish. But it first has to start within you as a personal belief that you have the ability to do this. It first has to start with you in trusting in your own capabilities, trusting in your creativity. Some of you are literally getting inspiration through your dreams to help you with your creativity, your higher self, your spirit guides. You may be feeling almost like a writer's block or a creative block. Your dreams are acting as a portal to your success by giving you ideas that will result in you achieving some form of recognition, acclaim, or even fame. So I feel like some of you should be waking up and jotting down these ideas you're having. If you don't already have a dream journal, maybe think about investing in one, because there's a lot of great ideas coming through for this group in your dreams that will help take your art and your creativity to that next level. There is this message here to stop putting off something, to stop putting off either your healing, addressing your emotional well-being. Some of you, this message is to stop putting off like your health, okay? I'm also picking up this message with the Ten of Wands that your higher self or your spirit guides are trying to get you guys to recognize that you may be taking on far too much on your own. This can be with a project. This can be with a goal of yours. This can be with your healing. There's this emphasis here of trying to get this group to be open to asking for help, asking for assistance so you can unburden yourself, or so that you don't burn yourself out by trying to do everything on your own. This can be connected again to a trauma response from your childhood of feeling like you didn't have anyone that you could rely on, feeling like you have to go it alone. And your higher self, your spirit guides want you to know that this is not a pattern that you have to keep on repeating. These reflections towards your childhood are not meant to trigger more feelings of anger or sadness or, powerlessness, but to get you to see how you may be trapping yourself in patterns that are detrimental to your own happiness, that are detrimental to your health. Some of you may actually be experiencing a significant amount of delays in your goals and your projects and, whatever it is that you're experiencing delays in, because Spirit wants you to address this first to create a much healthier balance in your life so that you are not burning the candle at both ends There is a message here that if you are currently going through difficult times, if you're currently struggling, you're being asked to trust this process and know that this is not going to be permanent energy in your life. You will come out of this. We see that with the Death card. There will be some kind of transformation that happens. But first, you have to redirect your energy and focus on yourself, on your own well-being. You cannot pour from an empty cup. Some of you are being called to start telling more people in your life no. You're being called to put an end to certain cycles that keep you feeling obligated and burdened and restricted and overworked, overloaded. That keeps you trapped in connections with people who take you for granted, who do not appreciate the energies and efforts that you put out. I feel like a lot of you in this group, your higher consciousness is ready for this transformation. It's ready for a change to happen. And a part of the reasons for these dreams, or why the energy in your dreams may feel so heavy. Some of you may be having dreams where you are already in that energy of success and obtaining everything that you want. You are fulfilling your wishes. Some of you, these dreams are actually prophetic and showing you what's on the other side of this shadow work that you may be avoiding. And this is supposed to be an act of inspiration gifted to you by your higher self or your spirit guides to know that it is possible for you to call these things in. I'm also seeing here that some of you are being called to incorporate more spontaneity in your life, more fun in your life. This could be the reasons why you are experiencing so much delays or setbacks or frustration. I'm hearing that a lot of you here could be in this almost hyper masculine energy, and it's almost as if you forgot to nurture the feminine energy in your life. And the feminine energy in your life is about being able to receive, knowing that you are worthy, knowing that you are deserving, that it is your birthright to be able to have joy and pleasure and happiness in your life. There is emphasis here on some of you moving out of this space of constantly taking on all these burdens and overwhelming yourself, to moving to an energy of being still, being open to allowing others to give to you. So hopefully that resonates with you and that makes sense. The next messages I want to take a look at for this group are going to be connected to those who are having people who have passed over coming through in your dreams, appearing in your dreams. I want to take a look at what messages they have for you guys, or they are trying to communicate to you. Do you still feel my presence? Please acknowledge me. I am sorry I left while you were young. Thank you for making amends. So this could be in regards to you making amends with them, or maybe with someone who is currently alive in your life that it really hurt them to see you two not getting along. You will get through this. This is your loved one trying to offer you guys some support if you are struggling or going through a difficult time. How can I help you? So, speak to them. Let them know what it is that you need. They want to help you. They want to support you. You can break generational patterns. I watch you with your family. I see all that you do for others. Happiness is not a betrayal of me. It makes me happy to see you heal. Maybe there are some of you here who have been struggling with guilt around moving on or around healing, and they want to let you know that this makes them happy. They don't want you to be stuck. I wish you love and happiness. I was uncomfortable showing emotion. I didn't know how to comfort you. I projected my unhappiness on you. So there are people who have passed away that are struggling with their own guilt, with how they spent their time with you while they were alive. Some part of me knew I was wrong and I'm sorry. And I hope that you can forgive me. So only take what resonates with you, but these are part of the reasons why they could be appearing in your dreams, or you could feel their presence in your dream. I really hope that this reading was helpful and it brought you guys some clarity. If this reading resonated with you, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment if you feel inspired to. When you guys leave comments, it helps me pull more of your energy in so I can provide you with more accurate readings in the future. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye.